What's up, fans? It's Kevin Garcia from the Peanut Gallery. Obviously, Peter's not here. But I'm going to talk about the summer films that we've had, based on the article that was posted earlier. I'm pissed off a lot. These movies have been horrible, absolutely horrible, ever since May has come around. We've had some entertaining stuff, but then we've had some really, really bad stuff. And so I'm going to go through some review here, since it's August and it's winding down a bit, thank God, because it's been very disappointing. There have been very few movies that I've liked this summer. So I have a list here, about 8 pages worth of movies that came out this summer, and over half of them I despise. So let's do this now so I won't get furious later. Okay, let's go through the list here. Fast and Furious 6. About the same as the other 5. Hot chicks, big, buff dudes, cars, and actually some okay action. It was okay. But then there's some really, really campy stunts here that wouldn't happen. You're not going to go over a highway and catch someone and land in the car without getting the glass pretty much shattered. Just a little dent there. That wouldn't happen. So Fast and Furious 6, you're mediocre, okay? You're mediocre. What else we got here? Hangover Part 3. It is the worst one of the trilogy. There's very few funny moments here. You can't really relate to the characters. They've gotten dumber and dumber as each movie passed on. And there's no plot in the third one. I'm lost after 5 minutes of watching it. And I feel bad for Ken Jeong, who's pretty much why the first one was so funny. He's over-exaggerated and over-the-top in this one, and it's just really barbaric and annoying. So, Hangover, you sucked. The Lone Ranger. Johnny Depp is really trying to steal the show in this one as Tonto, and it doesn't work. This isn't Pirates of the Caribbean. This is the Lone Ranger with Armie Hammer, and Armie Hammer doesn't even make a good Lone Ranger. The Lone Ranger is supposed to be patriotic, a true Texas Ranger and whatnot, and he's honestly following Tonto. It's not the other way around. Disney really failed with the Lone Ranger. I'd rather watch the TV show Black and White. That's how much better it is. God, I'm just starting and I'm really already pissed off. This is horrible. Let's see, what do we have here? After Earth. M. Night Shyamalan, man, I gotta talk to you, because you know what? Each new movie you've come out with has been worse and worse than the previous one. Actually, I don't know. I've heard Avatar, The Last Airbender, was pretty bad. I haven't seen it. The show is absolutely fantastic. But I heard the movie was really bad. And then After Earth, God, man. You take Will Smith, who is a very charismatic actor, and you make him into this stoic, just still figure father for his son here, man. The CGI wasn't even worth it. You had such a promising career with Unbreakable, The Sixth Sense, and man, you're destroying yourself, dude. Think about it. Come on. What else we got here? World War Z. World War Z follows another trendy zombie film. The books, the stories, they're better, obviously. But this is one that I'm kind of in between. While it's not on the level of 28 Days Later, you have Brad Pitt, who is a solid performer in this film, and he does give that commanding lead, and you kind of, regardless of all maybe the similar effects of other zombie movies and the cliches, it's okay, because Brad Pitt and also the action was very intense and exhilarating. So I would say see World War Z. That was fine. What else we got? White House Down. Okay, this is what I'm really gonna get off. Okay, you don't copy the same movie that came out in March. Olympus Has Fallen came out before White House Down, and it was superior in every way. Why are you gonna Olympus Has Fallen, here's a movie, we're gonna copy the same things with two different actors? What are you doing, Hollywood? What are you doing? Are you crazy? Olympus Has Fallen is a simple plot. Gerard Butler has to save the president, alright? And It works because it's a simple premise and it's not complex. The simplicity is what makes it work, and the action is good. I don't have any complaints about Olympus Has Fallen. Lighthouse Down, I just saw from the trailer before I even went to go see the movie. Channing Tatum is not that badass type guy. Not yet, anyway, in my eyes. And then when Jamie Foxx said in the trailer, "Get off my George," as he's kicking that guy, I'm like, this movie's gonna be so bad. I mean, I saw the movie, and they're trying to make it like a buddy cop film when it's not even a cop film. There's some comedy in there. It doesn't even work. I'm like, Roland Emmerich, the director of this movie, is really getting crazy here. I mean, he did 2012. He did The Day After Tomorrow. He thinks bombastic explosions and big time efforts is really going to make it for a good film, but it doesn't. So, White House Down, you're garbage. Let's see. God, so many bad films this summer. Okay, R.I.P.D. Another copy, alright? I really think Jeff Bridges should stay out of the action part of life just because he's kind of getting old. And Ryan Reynolds, he's turned into a solid actor, minus Green Lantern, which we all hate because it's really horrible. R.I.P.D. is trying to copy Men in Black, and it fails. There is no chemistry between Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds. There's nothing there. They're not intertwined. There is nothing. R.I.P.D. is probably the worst CGI I've seen all summer. It is terrible, man. I mean, you're talking about a film where I can see the pixels of some of the monsters. Like, what's going on here? Like, who did they hire for this? And Men in Black was so good because there was a charisma between Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, and the relationship between them and the aliens, because they weren't all bad. So I think that R.I.P.D. was trying to make a few bucks here, and God, I mean, yeah, I know you're trying to make money, but at least let it be entertaining. It wasn't even that, man. Golly. Let's see. Is that my end of the bad list? I guess so. I thought it'd be longer. You already know what I thought about Iron Man 3. I already told you about that with the Mandarin. That wasn't cool at all. Oh yeah, and the last one I just recently saw on Saturday, the Wolverine. Given it was a lot better than X-Men Origins Wolverine. Though that movie, oh my lord, that was awful. They messed up Deadpool, for one. They took away his mouth, which is probably his most valuable asset since he's probably the most talkative. We'll put it that way. He's the most talkative anti-hero I've seen in comics. His claws look faked. The adamantium claws were horrible. And they just really messed it up. This one was better, but it's still kind of the same formula. I love the Japanese comic where he goes to Japan. I mean, it's very, very well done. But the movie kind of takes away from that. Hugh Jackman is awesome as always. He's still bad as hell. Like, you cannot like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but it didn't live up to the hype that I thought it was going to. I was really looking forward to it. So this one was mediocre as well. I've been disappointed this whole summer now. Okay, I'm going to talk about the films that I've enjoyed. Alright, there have been some films that I've enjoyed. I really liked Man of Steel. I did like Man of Steel. What's upsetting me is that Rotten Tomatoes is giving it a 56%, but they gave Superman Returns a 75%. What? Are you serious? It's horrible. How are you going to give Brandon Routh better credit than Henry Cavill? Like, you can't do that. The only problems I had with Man of Steel is that the action was intense. I feel like more people died with all the explosions and the building breaking and all that stuff. So a lot of damaging in the city Metropolis. I don't know how they're gonna get back together, but sometimes there was over-the-top action, and I was a little like, I got teased by the early trailers, because they had emotional music, Gandalf's fall, and all of that, and it wasn't as emotional as I thought. But I want to say that Zack Snyder I felt like he did it justice for two reasons. One, they got rid of the campy Superman, and that's, I think, part of the problem with the reviews is that everyone's so used to the Christopher Reeves from the late 70s and 80s, and it's not like that anymore. This generation likes darker films like The Dark Knight. The reboot of The Amazing Spider-Man was even just a little bit darker. It was a gritty Superman, and I thought that was really cool. And they finally took away the underwear. He went commando. It's cool, man. I love it. And I like how they finally showed Superman fighting instead of saving all the time. He's used to, saving and stopping bullets, 'cause he's bulletproof and X-ray vision and heat vision and all that. Just saving people and saving the world, which he does. He is Superman. But they finally show his physicality, his fists. He fights. He ricochets Zod like back and forth, and it was just great fighting. I thought that was awesome. I give Man of Steel 3 out of 4 stars because it's a good foundation for the sequels. Obviously, you heard about the Batman-Superman crossover. That's a discussion for a later time. But I thought it set a good foundation. Two other films that I really like, good comedies, The Heat and This Is the End. The Heat was so funny, man. I mean, Sandra Bullock still got it. Melissa McCarthy still got it. Good buddy cop film. Chemistry worked. A lot of laughs. I haven't had a good buddy cop film in a while, so this was very refreshing for me. This Is the End. Funniest movie I've seen all summer. It was hilarious. It was the ensemble cast and that really got together, and it was so creative. I'm sure half of it was definitely not scripted. I don't care. It was so good. I thought Seth Rogen was probably the funniest. And I was surprised with James Franco. He did a great job as well. And so I recommend all of you that when it comes out to see This Is the End, because it was really, really funny. So you should definitely see it. What else did I see that I enjoyed? You know what? I liked Pacific Rim. I thought Pacific Rim was good because, another, simplicity, simple plot. You stop the monsters with these big robots. This is so different than Transformers. Why? Because in Transformers, Michael Bay is so horrible, he makes the action all busy, can't really know what's going on here. In Pacific Rim, you really understand what's going on. You get to see the action, the punches, and everything. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots or Power Rangers for adults. I'm waiting to see what's wrong with that. It's awesome. And Guillermo del Toro is a visionary director, so you really see that in this film. I thought Pacific Rim was cool. I don't see the problem with it. So I was happy when I went to go see it. It wasn't bad to me. I loved Star Trek Into Darkness. J.J. Abrams is impressing me more and more. Star Trek was awesome. This one was awesome. I love just the cast, man. Everyone does their job well. The one who I really think is kind of funny is Bones. I thought Bones by Kyle Urban. Kyle Urban played a good Bones. And Spock and Kirk remind me of the original Spock and Kirk, and that's an awesome feel to have that, especially for the Trekkies out there. Spock's a badass, man. I mean, at the end, he fights Khan, pressure pointing and everything, and fighting him like, it's a badass guy over there, dude. Like, Jesus, I'm not expecting him to do that, being logical and all, and Vulcan. So, I mean, Star Trek has really been successful, and I'm really excited to see a third one if they make one. So, they should keep it up with the cast they have, and they're just following a good storyline. So, Star Trek, keep it up, man. You have been awesome lately. Those are just a few films, though, out of the whole summer. The rest have been really horrific. And there's only about 2 or 3 that I'm looking forward to. Two Guns, starring Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. It's Denzel. Last year he got nominated for Flight. How are you not going to like it? It's going to be awesome. I am looking forward to... What else comes out before the year starts? Is there anything else? Let's see. I don't believe so. Oh yeah, sequels to Kick-Ass 2. Kick-Ass 2 is going to be cool. It shows that you don't need a big budget to make a good film, the first Kick-Ass, and I just like the story, and so I will see Kick-Ass 2. That looks pretty cool. Let's see. And the last one, yes, Elysium, Matt Damon. Matt Damon's just awesome, man. I mean, with Bourne and everything, he's really done a good job. I like the political take here about how the people, you know, they're suffering on Earth and the privilege to get to live on Elysium, so he's going to go fight for the people. I dig that. So, other than that, summer sucked movie so far, so Hollywood, you got some work to do. You got a lot of work to do. This is just horrible. I'm out of here. This has been Kevin Gusher from the Piano Gallery. Take care.